At the Royal Society of Medicine's Chandos House in London on 11th of October, in the presence of Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal, a special reception was held to launch a major new textbook on postpartum hemorrhage, the first text of its kind to be published. The book marks a significant milestone in education on this important topic and has been written by over 100 expert contributors from 18 different countries. In the presence of specially invited guests from all over the world, the distinguished gynecologist Mr. Marcus Setchell, CVO FRCOG, welcomed guests and in particular thanked Her Royal Highness the Princess Royal for taking the time, in the middle of a very busy schedule, to attend the reception.
Well, good afternoon, Your Royal Highness and Your Excellencies, my lords and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me very great pleasure to welcome you all here to this important occasion. This book, which we're about to launch, certainly highlights the problems of hemorrhage, but it also contains the solutions.
The Princess Royal welcomed the publication of the book and referred to her own long-standing association with the Save the Children Fund and her many overseas visits that had focused on mother and child healthcare and in the training of village and traditional birth assistants.
Now this book brought together leading experts from many different countries, and most importantly, they've given their time free to author the first comprehensive textbook of its kind. It does provide the detailed information about the latest techniques available and about their application in the various conditions that apply in many different parts of the world. It is also known that prevention will make a difference. And this is where all this work is going to make such a difference. There are lots of parts of the world where knowledge and access to the knowledge and the facilities for supporting that knowledge are still a long way apart. Education, and that's education for doctors, for midwives, and for other health workers. And sincerely hope that making this book available to those who really need it will not only help to save lives, but help to save them sooner rather than later.
The Princess Royal was warmly applauded for her generous and practical words of support, and she was followed to the lectern by Professor Aurel Kumaran, Secretary General of FIGO and Vice President of the Royal College of Obstetricians and Gynecologists. Professor Kumaran provided the audience with a concise overview of the incidence of postpartum hemorrhage and of the basic principles of management. He pointed out that some 200,000 women die annually from postpartum hemorrhage, and that the problem is the most acute in the developing world, especially in sub-Saharan Africa.
Postpartum hemorrhage kills about 200,000 women, and this is not a new problem.
He discussed the use of drug therapy, in particular the value of misoprostol, as well as the alternative options if this form of therapy proved ineffective.
A cheap drug, misoprostol, which can be kept at room temperature, can be used by many women, and it is likely to save many lives. There are several simpler techniques which can be employed even in developing countries in low-resource settings. This book, which is launched today on postpartum hemorrhage, describes these techniques eloquently with diagrams and photographs which the doctors can follow very easily.
Professor Kumaran also emphasized the importance of a concerted approach to improving awareness of key protocols for postpartum hemorrhage.
The techniques and technologies have advanced, but they are not delivered in the developing countries where most maternal deaths occur. Hence, the International Confederation of Midwives and the obstetricians and gynecologists are keen and would advocate these techniques and methods are disseminated and incorporated into the curriculum of medical, midwifery, and nursing schools. Every mother giving birth anywhere in the world should be offered a uterotonic drug, because 1 in 22 postpartum hemorrhages can be stopped. By giving the uterotonic drugs to 22 women, 1 postpartum hemorrhage could be prevented. In addition, we would like every skilled attendant to have these uterotonic drugs, and the government should make it available to them. In the hospitals, they should have a definitive protocol to manage postpartum hemorrhage, and every skilled birth attendant should be trained on uterine massage and bimanual compression, which is a first aid measure till medication or surgery becomes available. In Agra, in India, Taj Mahal stands as a symbol, as the king built Taj Mahal after the queen died from postpartum hemorrhage after giving birth to the 14th child. Women are dying because of diseases we cannot treat. They are dying because of societies have yet to make the decision that their lives are worth saving. This is a statement from Professor Mahmoud Fathallah, and it is time for the society to move in this direction so that we can save more lives.
The World Health Organization's Regional Director for Africa, Dr. Louis Sambo, felt that the book could make a valuable contribution to addressing some of the challenges that postpartum hemorrhage presented in Africa.
African region, especially Eastern and Western Africa, has the highest ratio of women dying as a result of pregnancy or childbirth complications in the world, estimated at an average of 1,000 per 100,000 live births. Postpartum hemorrhage accounts for 25% of the etiology of maternal mortality.
The publisher, David Bloomer, explained that, in addition to being made available in the normal way, via bookshops, the book will be distributed free to a large number of the most needy recipients. It would also be made available in full, completely free on the internet. A special leaflet and wall chart for birth assistants demonstrating the immediate action they should take has been produced, as well as a surgical procedures poster and a CD-ROM for lecturers. All these items will be made available free on a selective basis to appropriate recipients.
So you'll see there's a book, but it's more than a book. We hope that it's something of a genuine educational program, and we do very much hope that it might have some ongoing impact.
The reception was concluded by the pioneering surgeon, Professor Christopher B-Lynch, who has developed a significant new surgical technique for managing postpartum hemorrhage, and who is also the editor-in-chief of the textbook.
It will be of benefit to mothers worldwide who are at risk of death and harm from hemorrhage.
He thanked the Princess Royal for her gracious and greatly valued support, and paid tribute to all the many authors, over 100 in total, who had written the textbook without any royalty or fee.
My co-contributors and co-editors have all worked conscientiously on individual chapters to ensure that the materials published represent the latest in the theory, knowledge and practice of hemorrhage control in maternity care. Ma'am, on behalf of all those present here today, we thank you for so graciously providing it forward, and your portrait to introduce the book, and for finding space in your busy diary program to be here to support the launch today.
At the close of the proceedings, the Princess Royal was presented with a special copy of the textbook.